from Monkey's Creations. Come on in. We are gonna do a candy cane today using the Unique in the Creek candy cane frame. So come on in. Float my boat. And I do apologize. The lawn guy is here doing the last lawn cleanup. The last one for the year. Whoop whoop. Hello, hello. So, we're going to do a candy cane. I have not played with these much. But we're going to play with them a couple more times into next week. So be ready. I'm not even going to say it out loud because it'll jinx me. So I'm not going to say what I'm going to do next because something may come up and I have to do something else. So this is what we're doing. We are using this red 2.5 inch ribbon. We're using the red mesh. We are doing the ribbon fold. That's what Lori and I have come up with because it didn't really have a name. So I messaged her this morning. I'm like, we have to have a name. So we are, because y'all, I have no imagination really when it comes to naming things. So she's like, I don't know, what should it be? I'm like, the ribbon petal. It's ribbon, right? No imagination. So it's the ribbon petal, y'all. That's how we came up with it. We're going to use this cute little elf. I've got some cute little lights. And we're going to use the red and the green polka dot with the red. All right. So let me bring everybody down. Over. Y'all, I really thought they'd bag up the leaves, but I guess they don't bag leaves here. They just mow over them. I don't know. I don't get it. So, there are 17 rows on the candy cane. So, I took the 17 times 2, and that's how many petals we're going to make. Now, I don't know if we're actually going to need them all. I guess it really depends on how big you want your candy cane to be, right? So if you want it to be really big, I guess you could use the first holes at the bottom and the top. I cut enough to do that. But I don't know. We're gonna figure it out together. I'm winging it, y'all. That's what I do. I wing it. So let's go ahead and let's make the petal. So you're gonna need a 10 inch, and I did create a short for this petal, so it'll be uploaded after the live to all my platforms. So a 10 inch piece of mesh. Now, y'all, I just cut this with a rotary cutter, just to show y'all that it can be made without wood burning your petals, okay? So 10 by 10, you're gonna need either a 10 inch or a 12 inch piece of ribbon. I use 10 inch because you can generally do a wreath with one roll of ribbon if you keep it at 10 inches. If you go 12, you're gonna have to break open that second roll. So that's why I'm keeping it at 10. All right. So 10 by 10 piece of mesh, diamond shape, curl side up, top to the bottom. Kind of line up your edges. Doesn't need to be perfect. Like I said, you're not going to see it. Bottom almost to the top. Good morning, y'all. Okay. And then bottom completely to the top. And then pick it up. I take my finger, put it right in and wrap it around. So that's what we have. And then we're going to take our 10 inch piece of mesh our ribbon, put our mesh right inside of it, and then bring our two edges of the ribbon together. And then we're gonna scrunch that middle and then bring your sides in, just like that. And we're gonna cut off this excess, y'all. It just makes it easier to work with that petal. And then grab your elastic band and just band it. Just like that. And then I go in. Now your ribbon tends to, and I was paying more attention this morning as I was prepping, your ribbon tends to give like a natural curve. I don't want that, so I just go right in and I bring it straight, and then I just fluff up the bottoms. Okay, so there is your ribbon petal. It officially has a name now. Okay, so here's what we're gonna do. Now, in order to cover the bottom and not have this part exposed, right? Because we would start here all the way around and then come here, and your bottom's gonna be exposed. So what I'm gonna do is, I'm thinking the bow is gonna go either on the row 11 or row 12. So I'm gonna start at the top and I'm gonna come down to the 11, and then we're gonna make our bow, and then I'll decide if the bow needs to stay at 11 or go to 12. And then we're gonna start from the bottom and work in. That way, the solid piece, the party piece, is down and we're not trying to cover this up. So when these two meet like this, that's where our bow's gonna go, so you won't even be able to see it. Does that make sense? Everybody still with me? All right, so let's go ahead and start. It really doesn't matter if you start from the bottom or the top, totally up to you, but I'm just gonna start from the top. Now, like I said, see here, see how starting on that first row, how long it makes that candy cane. So we went from here. So if we go from there, it's in about 3 inches past the edge of the candy cane. So if you don't want it that big, then don't use that first row, go to the second. I'm gonna do the first with, as long as y'all know that I may or may not keep that there. I won't know until I get it completely done, okay? We'll just have to see if it's really proportional once I get everything on. Okay, so we're gonna put our 2, zip them, and keep going. I'm saving you time from your yard work? Well, good. Hang with me, baby. Now, I'm not going to fiddle with the petals until we get it completely done. So this is the part that I'm not worried about, but I'm paying attention to, rounding that corner. Put some glue in that thing or something. It's driving me nuts. Because I don't know how it's going to round. Good morning, good morning. Is your gardener there? Yes. He's taking care. Hello from Nashville, Tennessee. Well, we're neighbors, Mitchell. I'm in Smyrna. Yeah, he's taking care of the lawn one last time for the year. One last time. Y'all, I was tired of keeping up with those leaves. Every time I'd sweep my front porch, more leaves were right back on. So I was like, I'm just leaving them until all the leaves are off all the trees. What kind of mesh are you using? Just regular red. Hello from Brooklyn, New York. See, now it's getting bunched up and it's going to bug me. Let me see. If because look, y'all, I need a measuring tool. So that ends up, see, we do there to there. I'm kind of measuring it underneath. It's about 1.5 inches. So there to there, it's about 1.5. But now we're getting to about 1 inch. Y'all, it's the little things that drive me nuts. Let me take this one out and let me skip this one and go to this one and see what that gives me. And that gives me about our 1.5 inch. Yes, you can use any mesh because you don't see it. Covington, Georgia, first time watching. Awesome, well, welcome. But if I do that, see, it's this inside row that's gonna bug me. But see, it has to be proportional, right? I'm just going to do this inside row and see real quick. I'm just going to do them all. Let's just do them all, see what it looks like, because I may be overthinking it, y'all. Just put it in there, keep going. Right? Trust the process. Oh my God, he's right by the back door, y'all. Somebody remind me when I go to find that last ribbon petal that it fell on the floor. stronger they get. Looks like a hot mess right now though, right? All right, 2 more rows and then we're going to stop and make the bow. Because I said I was going to stop at the 11. That way I can figure out where I want the bow. All right, 1 more set. All right, now we are going to stop and make our bow. Ooh, that looks a hot mess. No worries. It'll look great, I promise. Okay, so let's make our bow. Pick that up while I'm thinking about it. All right, so since red is our base, I'm going to start with this green. I have several, I have a few partial rolls of this, so I'm going to try to use it up. So this one is not a kit. I am trying to work out the kinks so that I can put a kit like this together. So we're going to do 14-inch. For this candy cane, it might be a little too long, but we can always cut it shorter, okay? Oh, we're only going to get a couple loops out of this one, but I like to show y'all you can piece your ribbon together even when making a bow. Don't waste the ribbon. Just cut that down. So this one. So we're going to start our loop on this side since we did 1 and 1. That's the way we were heading anyway. So just starting our loop. And keep going as if we never started a new roll of ribbon. My laptop just froze, y'all. Facebook, are we froze or are we good? TikTok looks okay. This is our 3rd loop. So we're going to end it there. You're good? Okay, thanks. It's just my laptop then. All right, we're going to come in with that solid red. Loops. been pretty good, no freezing, and much clearer. Perfect. Okay, got our 2 loops of the solid red. Back to the green. It looks like we're going to finish that roll. Now we only need a 1 loop of the green. I need a big poofy boat. What kind of big poofy boat do you need? Okay, 1 loop at the 4. Yes, and I have enough. So I emptied 2 rolls of ribbon, which means I can now buy 4 brand new rolls. The girls' math, y'all. Floating my boat. I appreciate it. I hope y'all can hear me over that daggone lawnmower. Do y'all bag your leaves or do you just mow over them? The blue clipper tool is a zip tie gun, so it tightens and cuts your zip ties all at once. Side. Perfect elf ribbon. Trim that down just a little bit. All right, there's our bow. We'll get it fixed up once we get it on there, but we need to decide what row we're putting it on, right? So I stopped at row 11. So if we put it there, that's where our bow will hit, okay? So that's row 11. If I bring it down to 12, it'll hit there. And I think I like it on 12. So we're going to do 1 more row of petals, and then we're going to start from the bottom and work up. So let's do 1 more roll. I don't know where that came from. I'm having to keep refreshing my computer, y'all. My laptop. Okay, so now we know our bow's going there, so we're going to start to work from the bottom up. I'll make the petal once we get these in. So if you're just now joining, I'm going to show it one more time. y'all. I'm still trying to work it out in my head. There. So we need to make this one last petal. So 10 by 10. Curl side up, diamond shape, top to the bottom. Okay, now you can see I just cut it with a rotary cutter, so it's fraying. It's all right. You don't need it. You don't need to worry about it. We're going to go bottom almost to the top. Bottom completely to the top. Bring it up, put your finger right in there, wrap it around. Okay, grab your two pieces. Grab your 10-inch or 12-inch. Like I said, if you leave this at 10-inch, one roll is enough. If you go to 12, yes, you'll have a bigger petal, but you'll have to break open another roll, okay? So put your mesh right in, wrap that ribbon around that mesh, line up your ribbon tails, and then pinch right there in the middle, and then bring your edges together and together, clip off your excess, and band it. Okay, now you can see it starts to give a natural curve. I don't want that. So as I'm opening these up, I will bring this down and flatten that top. And there is your ribbon petal. Okay? So let's put this one in. You have to make sure your inner mesh is tight. Yes, absolutely. Okay, so we know our bow is going to go right here. I want to add our little elf and our little light picks. So I'm going to line these up. See, okay, so I'm just going to go over row 11's outside zip tie, row 11 outside, and we're going to add our picks. So what I'm going to do is kind of see how I did that. That way it sits kind of up the same way as the petals. up and up. And then once we get them in there, we can adjust them, okay? Okay, now I'm doing these 3 coming out the bottom. So same thing, just making an L. And we're going to do these on row 12 inside. Row 12 inside. Now these are all on a wire so they can be moved. And then we're gonna grab our bow. Oh yeah, baby. Let me first go ahead and adjust these petals. Let's get them sitting nice so that I don't have to worry about it once we put our bow on. Now, a lot of people are asking, can you do this without mesh? Yeah, you probably could, but it's not going to give that firmness down here at the bottom. So if you didn't put mesh in it, anytime you went like that, it would completely flatten it, right? With the mesh, it's not going to really matter. You can still go in and fix it, but you don't have to worry about people bumping into it and completely flattening the ribbon, okay? Does that make sense? Oh, we said we were doing this on row. Oh yeah, we did change it. So the bow is going on row 12. And I just took it from inside to outside. Okay, inside to outside. All right, now what I'm gonna do is we are probably gonna bring this around, and I like to do things like this and bring it through that loop so it kind of looks like it's part of the bow sometimes. I don't always do it, but if I can, I will. Great way to use value mesh. Absolutely. Y'all don't use your expensive mesh. There's no sense in it because you're not going to see it. You're just using it to hold up that ribbon, really. All right, let's side cut. Lord. If a bow's the only thing I'm putting on something like this, I will do a side cut and not a dovetail. I don't know why. That's just what I do. No idea. No rhyme or reason, y'all. But it's a good way to use a partial ribbon too. You could easily put 2 different kinds of ribbon on your base. I just wanted mine all red, but you could do like a red and a white, white, red, red, white, white, red, and alternate that way to get more of the peppermint look if you wanted. And then we're going to work on that top, y'all. All right. Bring our tails down. And then we will wind our lights kind of through and around, so you see them from different angles. Okay, so there's your bottom. All right, I'm just going to work on the inside first. Just opening it up, lining it up. Trying to make sure I'm following that curve. Now I do have 2 of these available on my website. If you want it, you can go grab it. And as part of the pre-Black Friday, it will ship for free. So if you want it, go grab it. All right, doing the outside. And then I will hold it up and see what it looks like. All right, let me see. Makes a cane for, yes. I kind of like it as is, y'all. Let's kind of bring him, I'm going to move his wire kind of up and bring him down. Does that make sense? So kind of up and down so he sits, see how he sits better in that bow now? And then what I do is, let me bring y'all up. For the candy canes, it really just depends on how you want them to sit. Some people, there are 2 holes right here at the top that you can hang it from. Just put your zip tie through there. If you're gonna have to, and if I will add, whoever orders these, I will add a zip tie to it, because it's really going to depend on where you want it to hang and how you want it to hang. So if you want it to hang straight up and down, because this side is going to be heavier than that side, you may have to move your hanging hole over here. So what I like to do is I will take, let me show y'all my little tricks. All right, take you a pipe cleaner. put it through whatever hole, and that's how it's going to hang. And then that's where I put my zip tie, right? If you wanted to hang it more diagonal, then maybe go down a little bit, hold it up, and if you wanted to hang more sideways, then that's where you would put your zip tie for hanging. Okay? I'm giving y'all my little trick there. If you wanted to hang more over here, and you wanted to hang more like that, because I don't know where y'all are hanging them or how y'all are doing them, right? Then that's what you would do. Okay? If we keep it right there in the middle, and I'm just going to put a zip tie there just to show y'all. So if we kept it right there in the middle, because this side is heavier, it's going to slant that way. Okay? So there you go. That's all I got for y'all. So there is your ribbon petal candy cane. And TikTok, you got a short coming on this petal. Facebook, you got a short coming. And all y'all watching YouTube, it will be on a YouTube short as well. So y'all can save all the little videos, put them kind of in your library. That way, if you ever have a question about a petal, you can just go to your library. I like to use the notes section of my phone. So in my notes section, I copy and paste like all my affiliate links or anything I need to quickly. So you can copy and paste them over to your notes and then go, oh, I want to do the ribbon petal. Go down, ribbon petal, a quick and easy 1-minute tutorial on how to do the ribbon petal. So there you go. That's all I've got. Y'all have an awesome day. I will be coming back on at some point, and we are going to do a real quick ball garland, so I can show y'all how I'm doing the ball garland for the fireplace. So I don't know what time, because I have to run around with Mom, and then I have to get on the phone with the roofer for my mom's house. So all right, y'all have an awesome day. And I'll see you probably within the next hour, hour and a half. All right? Bye, y'all.